Have you ever walked away from a conversation thinking, that was it? That was the moment? And I missed it. Maybe you felt the nudge, but hesitated too long. Or maybe the moment passed before you even realized it had come. I don't know about you, but there's times, especially at night when I lay my head on the pillow, I'll start thinking about the conversations I had. Why'd they say that? Why'd they ask me that? But more importantly, what usually happens most of the time is, man, when they said it, I should have said this because it would have zinged them and it would have got them and it would have been the perfect thing to say. Or, man, I should have asked them that question. I didn't even ask them a question. I didn't desire to get deeper into what they were saying. I didn't totally understand what they were telling me. I just went, yeah, uh-huh. So I should have asked them more about what they really meant. And my mind would sit there and go, chugga, 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 about what I should have, what I could have, and what I didn't. That's why we need to be prepared, especially in certain conversations and certain situations, so that we can, when we get there, we have a Rolodex of things to pull from. Then we go, oh yeah, I can use this question. Oh yeah, I can ask that. Ephesians 5:15 and 16. Therefore see that you walk carefully, living life with honor, purpose, and courage, making the very most of your time on earth, recognizing and taking advantage of each opportunity and using it with wisdom and diligence. Woo! Sounds like inviting people to me. I don't know the context of the whole thing, but that scripture sounds like inviting people to me. It's a great scripture for that. God gives us moments and teeny windows of opportunity to plant a seed. Those 30-second prayer opportunities, those 30-second conversations. Many moments of teeny windows on a word to speak or to extend an invitation. But those moments don't always come with flashing lights or emotional music. Oh, I know to ask. Oh, I know to ask. Sometimes it's just a quiet pull, a change in someone's tone, a look in their eyes, saying, I'm not sure if it's for you, but gives you a ready phrase when the window cracks open. You don't have to force the moment. You just have to be ready when it comes. You're having your normal conversation. You're asking them normal questions about what's going on in their life. You're continuing the conversation you had last week by coming in prepared to conversate with them this week to see where the progression of what they talked to you about or the next thought process that you wanted to take them on their journey. And you learn something else. And then all of a sudden, you see that facial expression really hit pain, that they're remembering the pain of the conversation. I don't know if this is for you, but put their need after the but, because you or your church can meet that need. I don't know if it's for you, but we just did an awesome study on emotional scars from the past. And if you'd be willing, I'd love to sit down with you once every couple weeks and we'll just go through it. It really helped me and it helped a lot of other people. So don't always throw it on a church. It could be for you. You could be the one that's the need giver, because the need giver wants to use you to meet the need. Be alert today. Ask God to make you more sensitive to spiritual moments when someone's guard drops, when pain shows up, or when curiosity flickers. And have your phrase ready. I don't know if it's for you, but when we miss a moment, we carry regret. But when we begin recognizing these moments and seizing them, we shift from passive observer to active participant in God's mission. Whew. You move from accidental silence to intentional living. The world won't always understand, but heaven sees. Lord, help me not to miss the moment. Open my eyes to divine opportunities. Teach me to walk with courage, humility, and readiness. I want to recognize the doors you open and step through them. Think of every interaction you have with each person in your life as an opportunity to draw them closer to God. Or to imagine them on a ladder into the pit of hell. Miraculously, this ladder doesn't melt. I don't get it. But hey, just imagine. They're somewhere in the middle. They're not at the end of their days, or they'd be in the pit. They're not at the bottom. Anywhere on the ladder, as long as they're on that last rung, we still have an opportunity to help get them out. Every interaction, just imagine, that you have with everybody is an opportunity to bring them closer to Christ, to raise their curiosity, to raise their opinion of what the Father is, who the Father is. Be prepared for every interaction to draw them closer to Christ in some fashion or some way. If we started imagining every conversation we have drawing people out of the pit of hell, it may change the way we go throughout our day. Conversely, just imagine, because you didn't say anything and they were on that last rung and it was their last hour of life and you interacted with them and a tragedy happened and you never shared the gospel. You never shared what God was doing in your life. Just imagine. You go back the next day. Hey, where's so-and-so? Man, they had an accident last night. Now imagine the feeling of the pain and the hurt, because you know they went straight to hell. Because you know their story. And for 3 years you went into that grocery store and never got them one closer step, never got them curious, never got them even thinking about the Father. See, that's the tragedy of it. Because we don't, we're letting them fall off the ladder into the pit of hell. But just imagine we do. And they show up. And they give their lives to Christ. And their life changes and transforms. And the tragedy may still happen. But you know without a shadow of a doubt that they're standing next to Jesus. The joy and peace you have over the regret. Be who you're called to be, because it makes a difference. Do what you're called to do, because it makes a difference. So that you can accomplish and have what Christ wants you to have, because it makes a difference.